tagging everybody, Joseph Cooper. Patty Hart, good to see you. Appreciate the tagging. And that's Beth Patterson from her album Hybrid Vigor. I think that's her debut solo album. And it's available on Bandcamp along with all the rest of her wonderful recordings. And heck, I'm there too. So, good evening. Happy Saturday. Thought I'd do a couple off the new album just to start off with. I've got, hey, Graham Keating, good to see you. Going to be doing a gig at the Elizabeth Celtic Festival in Elizabeth, Colorado, coming up in mid-July with the Growlers. And we're going to do a couple songs from the new album, so I want to make sure I remember how to play them. So, without further ado, well, a little bit of ado. There, let's try that. I just didn't want to cut off the top of my head. I don't know why. I'm very attached to it. Steve Ostrich, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Sound the pibroch loud on high, fade John of Groats to the Ino sky. Let every clan their slogan cry, rise and follow cheerily at Jean Pom 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 at Jean. Now on the barren heath they lie, their funeral dirge, the eagles cry, and mountain breezes o'er them sigh. Wha fought and died for charity, no more we'll see such deeds again. Deserted is each highland glen, and lonely cares lie o'er the men. Wha fought and died for charity, a chain pon 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 follow cheerily. Jump ahead. Here's the nominal title track. Let's do this and do this. There we go. Little adjustment there, thank you. Aim pay the wars, aim is the soldier, aim pay the trenches, the killing and the shame. Now the old warrior, he looks back in anger at the suffering, the dying, the bullets and the flames. Aim to old Alba, aim is the traveler, aim to her bosom that never grows cold. The soldier, the tinker, the old music maker, the children of Alba that never grow old. Hey, for his sojourn, the tinker is weary, tired of tramping the highways and all, crossing the border, can he gain any further? Aim to old Alba, where he'll slip a while. Aim to old Alba, aim is the traveler, aim to her bosom that never grows cold. Soldier, the tinker, the old music maker, the children of Alba that never grow old. Aim for his travel, the man and his music, the laughter that hides all the loneliness there. His songs and his ballads, his tunes and his stories are all locked away to be danced to name it. Aim to old Alba, aim is the traveler, aim to her bosom that never grows cold. The soldier, the tinker, the old music maker, the children of Alba that never grow old. Aim to old Alba, aim is the traveler, aim to her bosom that never grows cold. The soldier, the tinker, the old music maker, the children of Alba that never grow old. The children of Alba that never grow old. Hello, Allison David Owl. Good to see you, Adventure Doc. Who else we got? We've got Rebecca Gillespie. Hello. and Patty Hart again. So welcome to the Howl on a Saturday night. I'm going to do one more from the new album and then open it up for requests. Thanks for joining us. Jamie Larston's here as well. We are without my wonderful executive producer tonight. She's under the weather, and the yardstick had some significant oral surgery today and oral cleaning, and is not up to his feeling peely-wally, as we say in Scotland. Well, as they say in Scotland, I guess. That doesn't sound good. Something's going on there. There you go. Well, come on, you boulder beavers, and listen to my song. The story has been told before, and I'll not detain you long. It's the tale of Johnny Armstrong and the king who did betray. The man of trust and honesty, his cattle taken from the enemy. They hung him from the gallows tree, Johnny Armstrong gone away. Well, some call him a reaver, and there are those who say they're all down through Newcastle, blackmailed Johnny Bay. Down in the tower at Gilnockie, to the shattered land below, rode the outlaw royalty, with honor and integrity. They hung him from the gallows tree, Johnny Armstrong gone away. Well, a plan were laid with whispers to bring poor Johnny down, gathering at Carlin with the northern crown. Then the message was delivered, Johnny must come today. The king said, Johnny, come to me, the safety I would guarantee. They hung him from the gallows tree, Johnny Armstrong gone away. Then with 800 riders, this men they did surround. With only 530, Johnny lost the upper ground. No argument was offered, no bargain then was made. Johnny offered 1733 for blackmailing property. They hung him from the gallows tree, Johnny Armstrong gone away. Poor man, hot water beneath the cold of ice. Sure he must be on his feet, that the old advice. There is no grace or honor from a man of 17. You may take me now, but you will see the blood will make their retreat. The hang us from the gallows tree, Johnny Armstrong gone away. Kings don't need competition from broken men like you. The English queen is nervous, so your even days are through. The sentence was delivered, with death he had to pay. The rope preferred his liberty, Martha trouble set him free. They hung him from the gallows tree, Johnny Armstrong gone away. Come on, you border beavers, listen to my song. The story has been told before, and I'm not taking you long. It's the tale of Johnny Armstrong, the king who did betray. A man of trust and honesty, hung taken from the enemy. They hung him from the gallows tree, Johnny Armstrong gone away. They hung him from the gallows tree, Johnny Armstrong gone away. Good evening, John Timaeus. Good to see you, sir. Michael Price is also with us. And Harlow Lid, good to see you too. Thanks for joining us here. I did a couple songs from the new album, which is available on Bandcamp and Apple and Google and Amazon and wherever you stream or purloin music. So go check it out if you have not already. And I will open the floor to some requests. Gonna switch over to the less loud guitar for a minute, at least. See, what do I want to play? Well, I've got my wee nippy sweetie here. Let's sing a song about whiskey, shall we? Let's find it. Stand by. All right. So this is a Robin Lang song that I learned from the singing of the great Ed Miller. Thank you, Jamie. Yeah, Buddy's under the weather. The procedure went well. He had teeth cleaning, but it's been a while. So, but he's out on the back porch where it's stinking hot. It's like 100 degrees. Maybe it's 95 now. But Christina's on the back porch hanging out with him. Anyway, but here's a song about whiskey, as I said. Too fast. Better. Take clear water from the hill and barley from the lowlands. Take a master craftsman's skill and something harder to define. Like secrets in the shape of copper stills, or the slow, silent magic work of time. Whiskey or the devil in disguise, at least to some, that's the way it seems. But you're more like an angel in my eyes. Catch the heady vapors as they rise, turn them into dreams. Bring back sherry casks from Spain, some to cut about a maiden. Fill them up again with the spirit of the land. Then let the wood work to the spirit's gain, in a process no one fully understands. Whiskey or the devil in disguise, at least to some, that's the way it seems. You're more like an angel in my eyes. Catch the heady vapors as they rise, turn them into dreams. Oh, the spirit starts out clear, but see the transformation after many patient years, when at last the tale unfolds. For the colors of the seasons will appear, from the palest yellow to the deepest gold. Whiskey or the devil in disguise, at least to some, that's the way it seems. But you're more like an angel in my eyes. Catch the heady vapors as they rise, turn them into dreams. So when you hold it in your hand, it's the pulse of one small nation, so much more than just a dram. You can see it if you will. The people and the weather and the land, the past into the present is distilled. Whiskey or the devil in disguise, at least to some, that's the way it seems. But you're more like an angel in my eyes. Catch the heady vapors as they rise. Whiskey or the devil in disguise, to some, that's the way it seems. But you're more like an angel in my eyes. Catch the heady vapors as they rise and turn them into peaceful, pleasant dreams. Something about wardrobe disasters with Alice and David Howe going on there. Taylor Cook is here, good. All right, I don't see any requests, so we'll just keep on going and see what else we can find here. Did some sea songs last time. This is a good one. This one's on the Losher Kenneth album. I got this one from Tom Lewis, and he actually wrote it, apparently. That's who I have as the author. And this refers to Mother Carey and Mother Carey's chickens, one of the many names that the sailors had for the ocean and their environment. Say, here it goes. As I lay down, went walking by the sea. I thought I heard men talking, I heard them call to me. Oh, sorrow, take the city streets, the weary city stones. It's time for you to leave them while the strength is in your bones. Shake her and wake her, Johnny, there's a ship for you, lying in the Royal Roads, waiting for a crew. And every bracing backstay is singing soft and low. When Mother Carey wants us and we're all bound to go, oh, we're all bound to go, Johnny, oh, bound to go. If it's late or early, lads, if you will or no, sure as sun do rise, Johnny, sure as tide do flow. When Mother Carey wants us, then we're all bound to go. As I lay down and walking on the shore, I thought of ports I'd like to see I hadn't seen before. Across the strait, the lighthouse, get winking fine and free, to show me where the road is that leads to open sea. Shake her and wake her, Johnny, yonder there she rides, lying in the Royal Roads, swinging at the tides, singing to the muttering tides that past her cables flow. Mother Carey wants us and we're all bound to go, for we're all bound to go, Johnny, all bound to go. If it's late or early, lads, if you will or no, sure as sun do rise, Johnny, sure as tide do flow. When Mother Carey wants us, then we're all bound to go. As I lay down and walking by the tide, I thought my love was with me and walking by my side. So kind she did reproach me, so oft her eyes to shine. It could not hold beside her this restless heart of mine. Shake her and wake her, Johnny, can't you hear him calling out across the Royal Road, and the dusk a falling, time and tide for me to leave you, though I love you so. Mother Carey wants us and we're all bound to go, for we're all bound to go, Johnny, all bound to go. If it's late or early, lads, if you will or no, sure as sun do rise, Johnny, sure as tide do flow. When Mother Carey wants us, then we're all bound to go, oh, we're all bound to go, Johnny, all bound to go. If it's late or early, lads, if you will or no, sure as sun do rise, Johnny, sure as tide do flow. When Mother Carey wants us, then we're all bound to go. Nancy Whiskey, Caledonia, and the Gambler. My choice. Okay. So we'll start off with Nancy Whiskey, also known as the Calton Weaver, the Scottish version coming from the Calton district of Scotland, Glasgow specifically, sorry. Checking the, make sure I'm using the right microphone. It seems I am. Oh, great. Glad to see you going to Ireland there in July, Steve Eastrich. Isle of Tears, Four Green Fields, also in there. Sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses and trying to read over there, like reading every other line. But we'll start with Calton Weaver. There we go. In my pockets, and all gang follow the roving tree. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, oh. As I came in by Glasgow, Nancy whiskey I chanced to smell, so I went in and I sat down beside her. 7 long years I ain't loved her well. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, oh. Kissed her, the more I loved her. The more I kissed her, the more she smiled. Soon I forgot all my mother's teaching. Nancy whiskey had me beguiled. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, oh. I rose early in the morning, slake my thirst, it was my need, and I tried to rise, but I was not able. Nancy whiskey had me by the knees. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, oh. Come on, you weavers, you Calton weavers. Come on, you weavers, wherever you be, and beware of whiskey, Nancy whiskey. She'll ruin you like she ruined me. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, oh, once more. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, oh. Carousing music. So I'm going back to Calton weaving. I'll surely make those shuttles fly, I make more with the cotton weaving. Never ride it as a roving boy. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, oh. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey, Nancy, oh. Thank you, Joseph Cooper. So we had a request for Isle of Hope, which is was originally requested by Joseph Cooper, and I learned it for him, and it ended up on the album. So there we go. I'll switch back to the Zouk for this one. Go. So it's a lovely song that I learned from the singing of Sean Keane, all about the very first person off the boat at Ellis Island. In 1892, a young girl from County Cork in Ireland, her name was Annie Moore, didn't speak the language, as far as I know. And think about the prospects of uprooting yourself and singing and going away from everything you knew, immigrating to a place that you've never seen before, didn't speak the language, probably didn't know anybody there either. But like so many other immigrants, she made her way, ended up having 12 children, settled in Brooklyn, lived her life there as an immigrant, as so many of us have. Although I'm not an immigrant, I'm a first-generation American. And I have a soft spot for immigrants from everywhere who come here to make a better life for themselves and their children. And I think we should do everything we can to help them with that very noble dream, aspiration. Hold on. Still something off there, sorry. I think that's a little better. Sorry about that. On the first day of January 1892, they opened Ellis Island and they let the people through. And the first to cross the threshold of that isle of hope and tears was Annie Moore from Ireland, who was on 15 years. Isle of hope, Isle of tears, Isle of freedom, Isle of fear. But it's not the isle you left behind. That Isle of hunger, Isle of pain, Isle you'll never see again. But the Isle of home is always on your mind. In a little bag she carried all her past and history, and her dreams for the future in that land of liberty. And courage is the passport when your old world disappears. but there's no future in the past when you're just 15 years. I love hope, I love tears, I love freedom, I love fears, but it's not the isle you left behind. That isle of hunger, isle of pain, you'll never see again, but the isle of home is always on your mind. When they closed down Ellis Island in 1943, 17 million people had come there for sanctuary. And in springtime when I went there and I stepped onto its piers, I thought of how it must have been when you're just 15 years. I love hope, I love tears, I love freedom, I love fears, but it's not the isle you left behind. That isle of hunger, isle of pain, isle you'll never see again, but the isle of hope is always on your mind. I love hope, I love tears, I love freedom, I love fears, but it's not the isle you left behind. That isle of hunger, isle of pain, isle you'll never see again, but the isle of home is always on your mind. But the isle of home is always on your mind. All right, so that was a request. Thank you, Joseph Cooper. Thank you for the request. And thank you for suggesting that song. Let's see. And Paul Campbell has joined us from the best coast, the west coast of Ireland, Galway City. Let's see. Yeah, 93 in Fort Worth. We feel your pain. It was 102 here. We got that. It was like 95 when I came in to start playing tonight. Trying to go back to see. I do not know the Universal Soldier. Sorry about that. Not heard of that song. Going back to see what the other requests that Joseph Cooper had said. I know it's The Gambler, but thank you, Patty Hart. Glad you're enjoying it. So I can't find it. Where is it? Here, there's Four Green Fields, Nancy Whiskey, Caledonia. So let's do Caledonia. All right, let's do Caledonia. I haven't done that in a while. So a song for Scottish immigrants. This almost ended up on the album, but there's so many people who've done wonderful versions, most notably, other than Dougie MacLean, the guy who wrote it, there's a wonderful version by Deanna Harvey and the Deanna Harvey Band from Nova Scotia, Labrador. Although I don't think they're living there anymore, but check out them, Deanna Harvey and the Deanna Harvey Band. They're wonderful. changes that have come over me. These past few days I've been afraid that I might drift away. So I've been telling old stories, singing old songs that make me think about where I came from, and that's the reason why I seem so far away today. Let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me. Now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, know that that would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Kept on loving, proved the points that I needed proving, lost the friends that I needed losing, found others on the way. And I tried and I tried and I keep on trying. Stolen dreams, yes, there's no denying. I've traveled hard with my conscience flying somewhere with the wind. Let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me. Now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, that would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. I'm sitting here before the fire, the empty road and the forest choir. The flames of course won't get any higher. They were there now, they're gone. And I'm steady thinking my way is clear, and I know what I will do tomorrow when the hands are shaking and the kisses flow. I will disappear. Hey, let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me. Now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, know that that would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. I've ever had. Harry Townsend, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Sutter's Mill has been requested by Steve Istrich, so we will do that. Sutter's Mill off of the Immigrant Songs album that came out in 2023. Still sounds fresh as a daisy. So Sutter's Mill. A song by noted singer-songwriter Dan Fogelberg. And suggested to me by our good friend Allison Matson. Here we go. Thanks again for joining us here Saturday night. It's the Howl. We're here almost every Saturday night, same time, 6 o'clock Mountain Time, 7 o'clock Central Time, and then whatever it is, wherever you're at. And so there's a song about the immigrant experience, one of the many different immigrant experiences, because there's not just one. There are many different immigrant experiences. There's some commonalities, of course, about where you came from and when you got here. But generally, the goal for everybody is the same, just to find a better life. And I think that's a great goal. I know that's why my parents came to the United States. My dad's family got off the boat in Hoboken, New Jersey in 1953. Straight off the boat from Germany after the war. And my dad was 16, and he I don't think he spoke English at the time. But as I said, this is off the Immigrant Songs album, which is for all the immigrants out there who are a greatly valued population in this country and make it what it is. In the spring of 47, so the story it is told. Old John Sutter went to the mill site, found a piece of shining gold. Well, he took it to the city, where the word like wildfire spread. Old John Sutter soon came to wish he'd left that stone in the riverbed. For they came like swarms of locusts, every woman, child and man, in their lumbering Conestogas. They left their tracks upon the land. Well, some would fail, some would prosper, some would die, some would kill, some would thank the Lord for their deliverance, some would curse John Sutter's Mill. Well, they came from New York City, and they came from Alabama, with their dreams of finding fortunes in this wild, unsettled land. Well, some fell prey to hostile arrows as they tried to cross the plains. Some were lost in the Rocky Mountains, with their hands froze to the reins. Well, some would fail and some would prosper, some would die, some would kill, some would thank the Lord for their deliverance, some would curse John Sutter's mill. Lovely singing part on this one from Francis Cunningham on the album. Well, some pushed on to California, others stopped to take their rest. By the spring of 1860, they had opened up the West. And then the railroad came behind them, and the land was plowed and paved. When old John Sutter went to meet his maker, he not one penny to his name. Some would fail, some would prosper, some would die, some would kill, some would thank the Lord for their deliverance, some would curse John Sutter's mill. Well, some would fail, some would prosper, some would die, some would kill, some would thank the Lord for their deliverance, some would curse John Sutter's mill, some would curse John Sutter's mill. Some men's dreams go unfulfilled. Sheila Higgins in the house. Hey, guy in the house. There we go. We missed you. We missed all of you. So sorry I missed last week. Did some more housework today, but I managed to not overtax myself. Thank you, Harlow Lid. Good to see you. Thank you. Kyle Jocko is in the house as well. Good to see you too. Good, sir. I'm gonna do this one because since Mary Higgins has joined us, as well as yes, both the Higgai are here. So let's do a song for them, shall we? Thank you, Joseph Cooper. Glad you're liking it. I'm gonna do it on the ukulele back here. Lucky, don't make me get out the banjo. It's right back here. I'll do it. Oh, it's cold. That's the one problem, is that particular, the vents back there hang right over the air conditioning vent. So, let's put on our hats, our bandit hats, shall we? As the sun is sinking low and the evening's tug in tow, on the horizon, my true love I see. She ain't fancy, she ain't fine, while her fingers number only 9. She's the belle of the ball of the insurgency, but not that insurgency. She's my bandit queen, lying beneath the moon, in a bandit cave, a blanket laid for two. He said laid. If I could find a way to your hideaway by the sea. Oh, Bandit Queen, steal away to me. Somewhere in the mountains, by a starry water fountain, in an alcove hid by some trees, amidst a pile of treasure, reclining at her leisure, my lady love sniffs at the breeze. And sitting up, she adjusts her turban and takes another swig from a bottle of bourbon. And listening to the whistling of the train station, odds are it will never reach its destination, 'cause my bandit queen astride her steed will ride. Oh, let me be the one to lay within your Theban arms tonight. Big solo. Well, she's my bandit queen, lying beneath the moon. In a bandit cave, there's a blanket laid for two. If I could find a way to your hideaway by the sea, oh, bandit queen, steal away to me. Oh, bandit queen, steal away to me. Thank you, Andrea Joyce. Get the banjo out. And my bow rod. Yeah, downloading the Facebook Lives. Thank you for the reminder, Paul Campbell. I've never gotten around to doing it. But the Howl is supposed to be somewhat ephemeral. They all time out after 30 minutes anyway. After 30 days. So it gives people time, if they want to watch it afterwards, they can. Because I often listen to it driving around just to see how I'm doing, see what I'm doing right, see what I'm doing wrong, see how I can improve things. What's a good banjo song? Let's see. I do have a tag. I have a banjo tag. So let's see what I have tagged for banjo, shall we? Other than the obvious Kermit song. Let's see here. I bet you guys will like this song. And I think it'll fit on the banjo okay. And I haven't done it in quite a while. I so need to get a new battery for this tuner back here, because I can't see it. So let me take it off to remind myself to replace the battery. How about that? What a novel idea. So that's a little tuner that I have hooked to the back there. So yet another song I learned from the singing of the Coreys. Dear sir, I write this note to you to tell you of my plight. For at the time of writing it, I'm not a pretty sight. My body is all black and blue, my face a deathly gray. and I write this note to say why I am not at work today. Well, working on the 14th floor, some bricks I had to clear, and tossing them down from such a height was not a good idea. The foreman wasn't very pleased, he is an awkward sod, and he said I had to cart them down the ladders in me hod. Well, clearing all these bricks by hand, it was so very slow, so I hoisted up a barrel and secured a rope below. But in me haste to do the job, I was too blind to see that a barrel full of building bricks was heavier than me. And so when I untied the rope, the barrel fell like lead, and clinging tightly to the rope, I started up instead. I shot up like a rocket, and to my dismay I found that halfway up I met the bloody barrel coming down. Well, the barrel broke me shoulder, as to the ground it sped, and when I reached the top, I banged the pulley with me head. I clung on tightly, numb with shock from this almighty blow, while the barrel spilled out half its bricks some 14 floors below. Now when these bricks had fallen from the barrel to the floor, I then outweighed the barrel and so started down once more. But I clung on tightly to the rope, my body racked with pain, and halfway down I met the bloody barrel once again. The force of this collision halfway down the office block caused multiple abrasions and a nasty case of shock. But I clung on tightly to the rope as I fell towards the ground, and I landed on the broken bricks the barrel had scattered round. Well, as I lay there on the floor, I thought I'd pass the worst, but the barrel hit the pulley wheel, and then the bottom burst. A shower of bricks rained down on me, I didn't have a hope. As I lay there bleeding on the ground, I let go the bloody rope. The barrel now being heavier, it started down once more. It landed right across me as I lay there on the floor. It broke 3 ribs in my left arm, and I can only say that I hope you understand why I am not at work today. Oh, well, thank you, Paul Campbell, but I use the default of 30-day expiration, but I will definitely go back and take a look and see what might be worth saving. We'll do one more on the banjo just to see. Here we go. I amuse myself, which is a good thing. It's a very American song. How about that? Eastbound down, loaded up and trucking. We're gonna do what they say can be done. We got a long way to go, and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old man and run. Keep your foot hard on that pedal, son, never mind them brakes. Let it all hang out, cause we got a run to make. The boys are thirsty in Atlanta, and there's beer in Texarkana. We'll bring it back no matter what it takes. Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We gonna do what they say can be done. We got a long way to go, and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch old Benny run. is on. He's hot on your trail. He ain't gonna rest till you're in jail. So you got to dodge it, you got to duck it, you got to keep that diesel trucking. Just put that hammer down and give it hell. Eastbound and down, load it up and trucking. We gonna do what they say can be done. We got a long way to go, and it's short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch your head and run. I'm eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We gonna do what they say can be done. We got a long way to go, and it's short time to get there. I'm eastbound, just watch your head and run. I'm eastbound, just watch your head and run. Thank you, Andrew and Joyce. I think that's quite enough of the banjo for the moment. I haven't played this guitar in a little while. You can tell I haven't played this guitar in a while. Let's try some John Denver, shall we? This is one of Christina's favorites. Hold on. Let's try that again, shall we? But in tune. Soul guitar taught me to sing a love song, showed me how to laugh and how to cry, introduced me to some friends of mine, it brightened up some days, helped me make it through some lonely nights. What a friend I have on a cold and lonely night. The soul guitar gave me my lovely lady, opened up her eyes and ears to me, brought us close together, and I guess it broke her heart, opened up a space for us to be. What a lovely place and a lovely space to be. The soul guitar gave me my life, my living, all the things you know I love to do. To serenade the stars that shine from a sunny mountainside, most of all to sing my songs for you. I love to sing my songs for you. Yes, I do. You know I love to sing my songs for you. Good night, John Timaeus. Thanks for hanging out. Good to see you as always. I'm gonna do this other song. No other reason than I just thought of it. So don't have very much Springsteen in my catalog, but this is one. I was 8 years old, running with a dime in my hand. I stopped to pick up a paper from my old man. I sit on his lap, his big old Buick, stare as we drove through town. Tousle my hair, said, son, take a good look around. This is your hometown. This is your hometown. This is your hometown. This is your hometown. In '65, tensions were running high at my high school. There were a lot of fights between the black and whites. There was nothing you could do. A few cars at a light on a Saturday night. In the backseat there was a gun. Words were passed, a shotgun blast, troubled times they had come to my hometown. To my hometown. To my hometown. To my hometown. Now Main Street, whitewashed windows and vacant stores. Seems like there ain't nobody wants to come down there no more. They're closing down the textile mill across the railroad tracks. Foreman says these jobs are going, boys, and they ain't coming back to your hometown. To your hometown. To your hometown. To your hometown. Last night, me and Kate, we laid in bed, talking about getting out, packing up our bags, and maybe heading south. I'm 35, we got a boy of our own now. Last night sat him up behind the wheel. I said, son, take a good look around. This is your hometown. 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 There's Mr. Michael Price still on, I think. I don't see any other requests have come through. So Well, that mentioned the car, big old Buick. So why don't we do this other song about cars? Let me remember what the song is called. I'll have to go and search for it by the author, Jeff Daniels. So, 'cause I don't remember the title of the song. There it is. So there's a song by Jeff Daniels. Yes, that Jeff Daniels, the wonderful actor. He wrote it about his father's car, which he inherited. At least it ran, is what what it said. And it said it was a bird's eye blue Valiant little muscle car. So. He held the rest of my life in the palm of his hand. We both got here sooner than both of us planned. We sat in silence. I swear I could hear a deafening roar that was hard on the ears. And he told me a good boy always does what he's told. Chips off the block, don't go breaking the mold. And I said, yes, sir. And he stared out beyond me through the eyes of a teen to his baby, his princess, the girl of his dreams. He said, without wheels, you won't get very far. And you remember a man by the make of his car. And he told me he loved her and that mother understood. Treat her right, she'll treat you good. I was Valentino, I was Mario Andretti, I was Kayline in the corner, John Glenn waving through confetti. A legend before the fall, Bogart before the call. I was everything I ever thought I'd ever be. If God gave a gift to women, there'd be a ribbon around me. I was gout, I had talent when I was in my old man's blue Valiant. Well, I'd grind through her gears, I'd baby her clutch, I'd push her too hard, oh, I'd ask her too much. She burns through my oil, she eats up my gas. She does 0 to 60 in 2 minutes flat. Her shocks, they are gone, and her heat, it blows cold. She gets on the highway like she's growing old. I was Valentino, I was Mario Andretti, I was Kayline in the corner, John Glenn waving through confetti. A legend before the fall, Bogart before the call. I was everything I ever thought I'd ever be. If God gave a gift to women, there'd be a ribbon around me. I was gout, I had talent when I was in my old man's blue Valiant. There goes a jet black Cadillac, there goes a plane for Fairlane, there goes a creamy white Mercury Comet. They got the top down on that bright yellow Mustang. There goes a raked up Grand Prix and a pinstripe GTO, a Firebird, a Thunderbird, a Corvette Stingray. And oh my God, would you look at that? There goes a candy red Camaro. I want that candy red Camaro. Always dreamed of being behind the wheel, but I'm in my old man's I'm in my old man's. I was in my old man's blue Valiant. Well, I take a deep breath as her doorbell rings. When I see her, my brain cannot think of a thing. I walk towards my old man's muscle machine with my baby, my princess, the girl of my dreams. And I tell her, without wheels, we won't get very far. She took a look at my big back seat. She said, oh, yes, you will. I was Valentino, I was Mario Andretti, I was Keyline in the corner jongling, waving through confetti. A legend before the fall, Bogart before the call. I was everything I ever thought I'd ever be. If God gave a gift to women, there'd be a ribbon around me. I was gallant, I had talent when I was in my old man's. I was in my old man's. I was in my old man's. Blow Valiant, 3-speed on the tree. Blow Valiant, AM radio. Blow Valiant, only got one station though. Blow Valiant. That station was KHWL, the Howl, 98.7 FM, serving the greater Altus, Oklahoma metropolitan area. Somebody said, I can't find your song list that I downloaded. Hold on. I gotta move things off of here. Do you do John Denver's Grandma's Feather Bed? Yes, I do. I do Grandma's Feather Bed. And I think that's a good candidate for the banjo. Because we're gluttons for punishment. So let's try it on that, shall we? Thanks so much for sharing your Saturday evening with me. Glad to see all of y'all out here. Grandma's Feather Bed. There it is. All right. It was 9 feet high, 6 feet wide, and soft as a downy chick. It was made from the feathers, 47 geese, a roll of cotton for the tick. It could hold 8 kids, 4 hound dogs, the piggy we stole from the shed. We didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. After supper, we'd sit around the fire, the old folks fit in the shoe. We'd talk about the bomb and the war, and Granny sing a ballad or two. And I'd sit and listen, I'd watch the fire till the cobwebs filled my head. Next thing I know, I'd wake up in the morning in the middle of the old feather bed. It was 9 feet high, 6 feet wide, and soft as a downy chick. It was made from the feathers of 47 geese, like a whole bowl of clock for a tick. It could hold 8 kids, 4 hound dogs, and a piggy we stole from the shed. Didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. I love my pa, and I love Granny and Grandpa too. I've been fishing with my uncles, dressed with my cousin, I even kissed Aunt Lou. Ooh, but if I ever had to make a choice, guess it ought to be said that I'd trade them all, plus the gal down the road for Grandma's feather bed. Guess I'd trade them all for the gal down the road. Well, maybe I better reconsider about the gal down the road. It was 8 feet high, 6 feet wide, and soft as a downy chick. It was made from the feathers of 40 11 geese, with a whole board of cloth for the tick. It could hold 8 kids, 4 hound dogs, and a piggy we stole from the shed. Didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. It was 9 feet high and 6 feet wide, and soft as a downy chick. It was made from the feathers of 40 11 geese, with a whole board of cloth for the tick. It could hold 8 kids, 4 hound dogs, and a piggy we stole from the shed. Didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. We didn't get much sleep, but we had a lot of fun on Grandma's feather bed. All right. Why don't we wrap it up with one more? Gotta figure out a better way for hanging that one. Yeah, we've been doing this for an hour and a half. I think that's sufficient. So we'll do one more. Let's see what we got here. What's a good closing song? Let's do In Times of Trouble. It's a song I come back to. A song written by myself and my dear friend, the late great Deanna Smith Scotland. And, yeah, this is a song about love and friendship, and about kindness, about persistence and resiliency, and making good choices, all those things. So once again, thanks for joining us here on the Howl. Corner and speak in every tongue, brought here by a vision of what is soon to come. No longer will we stand for hatred, bigotry, and fear. The call of peace and justice is what has brought us here. The world that we've been given is not so large a place that we can stand divided by philosophy or race. Wisdom, truth, and beauty dwell in every human heart. United we are more than we could ever be apart. United we are more than we could ever be apart. We are carved from the ancient soul of those that came before. We take what we've been given and set out to search for more. Much less than we could be, much more than we had planned. Love is all encompassing, and the circle must expand. Love is all encompassing, and the circle must expand. Speakers and the wise ones who led us to this place call on every one of us to be love's human face, to rise up from the shadows, to turn and face the sun, to carry on the work that was so long ago begun. Each man must look inside himself, each woman make her choice, to stand against injustice, to raise a common voice. Cast aside the petty fears that chain us to the past, to give our children a legacy that seeing light. Girl, we are carved from the ancient souls of those that came before. We take, we've been given, and set out in search of more. Much less than we could be, much more than we had planned. Love is all-encompassing, and the circle must expand. Love is all-encompassing, and the circle must expand. We are carved from the ancient souls of those who came before. We take what we've been given, and set out in search of more. Much less than we could be, much more than we had planned. Love is all-encompassing, and the circle must expand. Thank you for being a part of my expanding circle. Hope to see you again next week. Same old time, same old channel, 6 o'clock Mountain Time, 7 o'clock Central Time. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you are, be excellent to each other. Remember to be fiercely kind. I'm going to play out with some Beth Patterson here from her album Hybrid Vigor. And I sure hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we will talk to you very, very soon. Thank you so much for sharing your most valuable commodity with me, your time and attention. Take care, and we'll see you soon.